Who the F is that? Go and people's at your door. It's your girl Max. Go grab yourself some snacks. Sit back and relax, cause you effing it up at Max. You effing it up at Max, yeah. Hey gang. All those story lovers. I'm back with a few more, episodes of my life. I'll say a few episodes because it's like little snippets, little bits of my childhood as I'm coming up that I remember. I'm now 6, going on 7, still in the shared house. We're in a different room now. I think I said that last time, that we'd now have bunk beds where myself and my big little brother Martin, the one who has special needs, we sleep on the bottom bunk, and then my other brother Dean, he has asthma and he had other allergies, so he will sleep on the top bunk. Let me get my tea. I'm so cold, guys. This morning took my granddaughter to school and it was freezing, and I haven't been able to warm up ever since. It's like all my phones are going off as well, by the way. You hear that in the background. Hold on. Yeah, I'm freezing. I've just been cold. I've been sitting here saying, okay, I'm gonna start filming, but I just couldn't move. I've been here for the longest. I've been on my phone, just sitting there. Oh, anyway, so back into the house. So yeah, we got bunk beds. I'm on the bottom bunk, me and Martin, and Dean's on the top bunk. We have a TV on a stool. I remember it was a white TV. The TV itself, like the outer parts of the TV was white. You know, the big back TVs from back in the day, but it was a little one. I believe it was black and white too, because we were young, so I don't know if there was colour TV yet, or if my mother couldn't afford colour TV or whatever. I don't know how we came to have this TV, but there's a TV right there. Like, I'm in the bed here, lying down, and then about here, where my cot is, that's about how far from the bed the TV was. We had it drawn up right up to the bed, so I guess we all used to watch it from the bed. I don't know how Dean would be able to see though, because it was pretty close. So I guess everybody would come down on the bunk bed to watch TV. I don't really remember how that went, but I know there was a TV there. But anyway, back to the story. So we're all in bed, and it was light outside. I can't remember it being light. I remember there was no lights on, and I could see the whole room. And the room is furnished, because remember it's a shared home where families come there and stay until they move on into their own homes. So these places are already furnished. There's already beds and stuff in there. But I think we got our own bunk beds because my mother was on welfare also, because I remember we did start going on welfare trips after a certain time. I will tell you about some of those trips, but the ones that I remember. But right now, yeah, back to the beds and how we got the beds. And she also got this thing as we got older about this the bed mat that used to make some next noise. Anyway, I'm going off topic as always. Let me just drink some of my tea because I really need it. I'm so cold. Hold on. I'm drinking mint tea, by the way, guys. So delicious. So yeah, back to the bunk beds. So they were in the room where the room is not very big. It's about the size pretty much of this room that I'm in right now. Or was it slightly bigger? Because these were our only 2 rooms, so I can't remember. Everything looks big to you as a child, so maybe it wasn't even that big. But it had chest of drawers all around the room. Like there was a white chest there, and then there was some that came across here. And then I remember our door was at the side there. As you come in, our bunk bed is right here, going this way, long ways this way. So like when we get in the bed, I'll be lying down and I'll be like this, basically, this way. Yeah, that's how the bunk bed was. So I'm in bed, brothers are sleeping. So I don't know if it was morning or coming up to morning, or if it was evening and like still light evening, maybe a summer evening. But either way, it was light. And we were in bed, and my brothers were sleeping, but I was awake. I was woken up actually because I could hear shouting, And that's, I think, is why I am a very light sleeper to this day. I can't sleep when there's noise. I can't sleep for one. I can't sleep, but I'm not one of those people that when you put music on and then you can go sleep. I'm not one of those people that you can put on the music or the sound, the thunder, the rain sound, whatever. It has to be natural rain. We can't play them thing there, but these make you fall asleep in seconds. No, I can't sleep in noise. I don't know why. I just can't sleep in noise. Any little thing I hear, my eyes are popping out and I'm jumping up and I'm looking around. And some of the times I will get out of my bed to go check my door, to check windows, to check things. I'm very paranoid when it comes to going to sleep at night and hearing noises. If I hear someone shout outside, my belly's turning over like they're shouting at me. I don't know why I feel like that. I just feel so nervous and anxious, and then I have to go out there and see. Not actually go out the door, but I mean go to the window. If I can go to a window and look or whatever to see what's going on, to make sure no one ain't getting murdered outside, and I just lied there and didn't do anything. I heard the shouting and didn't look. So yeah, I always look, because I have lost somebody through hearing stuff, heard helicopter, everything, heard shouting, heard things going on and didn't look, and got to find out later on that day that someone that I knew was killed, and they were running around at night. And you know, I don't know if I could have helped, but yeah, it makes you always want to look now and always vigilant. But away from that, I feel that I'm very light sleeper, because when my parents were arguing, because they'd done it often, it would wake me up, and then I'd be awake and I can't go back to sleep. That's another thing. If you wake me up out of my sleep, up to this day, if I get woken up, I can't go back to sleep. So that's another thing that I like to let people know that know me. Don't wake me up if it's not necessary, because then I'll be awake and well, you look up to bed or whatever, and you're sleeping just like that. I can't. It takes me about 2 hours to actually fall asleep. I have to be very tired to fall asleep, and some of the time I fall asleep like watching TV and stuff like that, and I hate that, because I put on a show and I really want to watch it, and then I fall asleep, then I wake up and the show is finished, and I tend to just start the whole show over so that I can watch it, because I wanted to watch it in the first place, and then I'm just wide awake. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so let me get back to the story now. So yeah, I'm 6 years old, going on 7. We're at the house, in bed. I could hear my parents arguing and shouting, and then next minute, the voices were getting closer. I don't know what they were arguing about, because I can't remember. Because, do you know what I mean? I was a young child, so I just remember this. My father busted in our room with a hammer, and he smashed the front screen of the TV. Just smashed it. Glass was shattering everywhere. I had to cover myself in the blankets. My brothers woke up then. They were sleeping. They weren't sleeping now. Martin, he jumped around, span around, faced my direction. Dean, I could feel the bed move, so that means he must have sat up. And then my mum came in, and the two of them were there fighting in front of us, like she's trying to drag the hammer from him. He's dead, stay over there, mash over and kick over the TV. And then they left the room. And I was thinking, what was that? What's going on? And then the next few days was strange, because remember I got sent out of school, so I wasn't in school. So the daytimes, my brother, they would go to school. My brother Dean would go to school. Martin would go and get the bus to the special needs school, and then it's just me and my mum. And we used to go over her friend Iceland's house, who was married to my dad's best friend, who's basically like his brother. So it's like they were my uncle and aunt, as far as we're concerned, and vice versa. Even though I don't think their kids ever called my mum aunt, but I always call Auntie Iceland and Uncle Dudley. Yeah, so we was over their house and hear them talking about this woman. Iceland and my mum just chatting about this woman that my dad's seeing. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to think, is that what the TV mashup thing was all about? What's going on? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, basically my dad was not having an affair, because you and my dad had divorced before I was born, you told me, when I'm an adult now. So I don't know what was going on back then, why you was in so much under my dad if you and him were not together. I just don't get it. Up to this day, I mean, I get it. Yeah, because you told me in my big age, because me and my mother didn't really talk when I was growing up. There's a lot of, yeah, a lot of confrontation, a lot of not nice, not mother-daughter relationship. It wasn't, I don't know how to describe it, but so she was a woman that you wouldn't even talk to about anything. You'd be scared to go and talk to her about things because she would just attack you instead of listening to what you got to say and trying to understand. No, she just wants to beat you. I don't know, that was just her program. Just beat. Anything you say, come beat you. So she's not a person that you'd want to go and talk to about anything. Like, even when I started my period, I'll tell you that story as well. I thought I was dying because, like I said, this is not a woman that sits down and talks to you and explains things, you know, when you're coming into womanhood and rare. So, get back to this story now. We're in this house and then we're talking about this woman. I don't know if I should name her. I don't know. I know her name. We'll just call her S. Yeah? We'll call her S. Because that's what her name starts with. So we'll call her S. They were talking about S. And then they were getting heated. And my mum started telling my auntie about TV and stuff. And I think she said that Uncle Dudley has a spare TV and he could give us. Because Uncle Dudley helped us out with a lot of things. He bought us a heater as well. The time when I burnt down the room. Apparently he's the one that came and replaced us with a heater and stuff. So yeah, they were just there chatting, and apparently I get to find out later on in life again that S and my dad used to stay at my Uncle Dudley's house in the living room. Them used to camp out and sleep there. So I'm there now thinking back as I tell you all this story. We used to always visit Iceland, and we used to always go in the kitchen. We'd never go further than the kitchen. I even remember the kitchen. There was a long counter. I used to set up at the counter. It's in the middle of the kitchen, and like there's cupboards on it as well. It's got the old time square counter thing in the kitchen. We used to always sit there, and I used to sit up on the stool, and I'd be just there listening to them chat because I ain't got no choice. I'm there because I'm there with my mum. But I'm thinking, them times when we were sitting there chatting, was my dad and my girl hiding up in the living room? Because why did we never go to the living room when we went to that house? I've noticed that I've never seen her living room. I don't know what the living room was like. And if we did go in there, I don't remember. I just remember the kitchen. And I remember another room where my cousins used to come and Auntie Iceland used to take her in there for watch TV. And I'd go into some room. And I don't remember it being the living room. I think it was probably the room for the kids. They owned the living room. But yeah, they used to be there, staying there. So basically I don't know what was going on that my mum and my girl was talking about. But anyway, my mum come back home now. We're home. I remember it's a few days have passed since the TV incident and all the madness that happened. And then my dad was at our house. And I remember him talking to some people. And I just remember, because we've only got 2 rooms, we're always in our rooms. So it's like, you can look out to the kitchen, I guess. It must have been, or the hallway. I don't know what that was outside of our room. So I really don't remember the layout of this house. I just remember that we had a room that goes that way. And I remember the passage was here, and then a room this way. And then around the back is a kitchen. And if you come this way and go around, that was the stairs to go upstairs to the landlord's. So direction of the beds, I guess we're facing out to the hallway. There was nothing really there. It must have been just the passageway. So I see people in white coats, basically, and I hear a bit of shouting and come out of my house and this, that, the other, and me no, I go nowhere, and rare. And my dad was standing there, and these people were grabbing my mom and dragging her. And then, long story short, they took my mom basically to a madhouse. They said my dad committed her to the madhouse. He told them to come and take her. And remember I told you before in my other story that my two brothers were taken away for a whole year. So this has already happened. So it's like, because she had that history, it was easy for my dad to tell them some kind of bullshit and get her taken away. And then when that happened, him and S moved in. Yeah, they got my mom taken away to madhouse and they moved into her yard. And now I've got Auntie S, because we had to call her Auntie S. Well, not Auntie S, but her full name. And she was playing mum to us. Yeah, so my dad and his little ting got my mum committed and sent her out of the yard. So I remember living with Auntie S and my dad. And I remember me and my brothers, we weren't too keen on Auntie S because we see the effect she has on our mum. So we don't really know the story. We don't know what Guan as Pickney. But we just know my mother don't like that woman, yeah. And she's all up in my mum's house. So we weren't ready to showing too much of good face. We really weren't. We was being facey little brats, yeah. And rude little kids. Because you're not my mum. And plus she didn't really want to step on nobody's toes. So she never really try discipline we or nothing like that. She would try cook and stuff and we wouldn't eat the food, or we would just, you know, not come sit down. We would just run up and down, make bare noise in her head that she couldn't cope with until my mom got released and she came home. You people better come out of the house. Anyway, my dad knew when she was getting released, so we saw the day that they were cleaning up and trying to put back the house how Del Sada have it, because my mother's name Del Sada. Try to put back our Del Sada up the yard because they really took over and changed up the house and everything, changed up how her bedroom was, because she had her own room. We all shared a room, and plus her room was a living room too, so there's couches and stuff in there, and you know, she had her little doilies and her little accoutrements, and you know, so yeah, they basically done that, and my mom came out and she knew straight away something went right, but she didn't even have to guess nothing, because my brothers straight away told her. They couldn't wait to tell her. Guess what? Auntie Sarah was her. She was Auntie who? She is not your aunt. Furthermore, what's that woman doing in my house? Started going mad. It's going mad. So later on now, father come back trying to act like him just pop out and him just coming back. And, acting like he's surprised that she's released. You know, coming in like him just pop out to get something for the picnic there, and coming in with chips and stuff in paper. My mum just went off. She just went crazy. That you really say you really got to commit me in a mad house, and then you move and you're like a fancy piece. That's what she call her, like a fancy piece in my house. Eh? And I try play Happy Family with my picnic them. She come to my house. Beer argument again. Beer noise. Beer fighting. Police come, woo woo woo, take away Headley, and yeah, that was the end of that episode. So that was the end and the last of Rosebank Grove memories. When I come back, with my next episode, I am 7 and we have moved. We're no longer at Rosebank Grove. But thank you again, guys, for being patient and listening, because everything that's gone on in my life builds up to how it has affected me and how I'm here now with sciatica at 56, trying to get myself back on my feet and trying to get myself back out there into the world. A lot has happened in my life. A lot. This is nothing. This is just like the build up. Like, my life just got worse and worse. I started off at 2 years old being poisoned, guys. I mean, you know what I mean? And swallowing a 2 pence, nearly dead, and nearly choked. It's like something's been trying to kill me from the day I was born, and I'm still here. I was told, I'm jumping ahead through my story, but there's certain things. I was told in 2001, I believe, in a church in Florida, random, Do you know what I mean? I came visiting, but yet the pastor told me that I have two angels watching over me. And I believe, because a lot of things I've escaped death. Yeah? But we'll keep that because we're still 7. I was just 6. Next time I see you, I'm 7. Got some episodes to tell you. Until then, you'll take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blessed day. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, make sure you come back, yeah, for some more chat, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that. I see you later on my next chat.